Peace and love podcast. Peace and love podcast. Peace and love podcast. Peace and love.
Wake up.
Peace and love. Peace and love podcast. Peace and love podcast. Peace and love podcast. Peace and love.
Negus. What is the language of origin?
Straight from Ethiopia.
What is the definition?
Definition: royalty, king royalty.
Peace and love.
Negus. Could you use it in a sentence?
Kendrick Lamar, by far realest Negus alive.
Could you repeat the definition?
Description: black emperor, king ruler.
Peace and love.
Negus. Negus. Negus.
Not so much about taking care of your wife, but a stronger man is one who puts his wife in position for y'all to get the bag together, to where she's just as strong as you, if not sometimes stronger. The way that me and my wife relationship is set up is that I'm the executor. I go out and get the bag. I'm on the phones, I'm closing deals. My wife is the one who's the organizer. She literally organized the entire Jumpin' Jack Tax brand, as far as all the way down to the aesthetics, getting the website right, letting me know how the process should be. And then I just had to take the system and say, all right, I'm about to breathe life into this thing. And now we got over 200 and something offices. But if you got a wife that you just taking care of, now she's just going to become a bill. Now you're just a liability. You subtracting from me and not adding to me. Other than what? Sex? But we all know sex gets old. But I'm gonna do the same three positions.
That's a fact.
every night. I'm not doing that. It gotta be more to the equation. We gotta mentally stimulate each other. We gotta get the bag together. Spiritually, pray for one another, speak life into one another. And like when you get a woman like that, that's when you kind of take that to
You gotta do more than that. You don't get to be Mr. Copeland, Debbie Allen, name somebody, by just being, okay, that's what they told me to do.
Peace and love.
I learned everybody's part, honey, and I tried to make sure I did it better than them. I'm not trying to make you vicious. I'm trying to make you be sharp. Pull up. Teach the combination, Jalen. Everybody learn it right now. Any more of this, and I'm coming for you. If one person is out and they have a solo, 5 people should be ready. I can do it. No one should be up there trying to do it. Don't be compromised by anybody in front of this room that tells you you can't. I'm telling you that you can. What am I telling you? That you
The
can.
whole ideology of going to work every day is stupid, and I'm refused to be a part of this. I cannot continue to live my life like this. This is ghetto. I'm fed up. The bag is not chasing me. I'm chasing the bag. I am working, and I barely want to get up in the morning and come here. Meanwhile, there's someone who owns this company living their best life, and I'm just a slave. I'm just a number. They don't even know my name. They don't know nothing about me. They give me little pennies. Now here's $45,000 for the year. Meanwhile, I have $45 billion trillion, and I'm happy, and I'm in Greece, and you're sitting there all day for 8 hours a day for the next 30 years. I can't do this, and I refuse to do this. I'm not gonna do this. This is one movement that I can't be a part of. Okay, I can't do this. I don't know who the fuck made this up. Who made this up? Make something else up, because this is stupid. This is real stupid. I want the bag to chase me. I don't want to chase the bag. I don't want to get up every day and chase the bag. I want the bag to be like, Morgan, stop. Slow down, Morgan. That's what I want. Walking around penny pinching, sitting here for 8 hours a day, losing my mind. Nope, not gonna do it. Can't do it, won't do it. God, come on. What's taking so long?
I want a party. Everybody's having a party. I want a party. I want to get drunk. I want to get naked. I want to swing my underwear around and let everybody smell them. I want to get my cheek clapped. But nobody don't bother invite no granny to no parties. So I don't get to go.
Yo, Peace and Love Podcast, man. We back in here. Happy Thursday. I'm one of your hosts, man. My name is Emmett. You can catch me at EMCGEEE. Everybody at Instagram Live, what's going on? How y'all doing?
And this your co-host, bro. You already know where to follow me at. Bro, the producer, number 4 at the end. Slap of the trash at the business page, man. We in this thing, bruh.
There it is, man. How you doing today, man?
I'm cooling, man. I woke up this morning, man. I actually saw this the other day, and it made my whole week, bro.
Okay, what's that?
Look, we got. I want to make sure I get this right, bro. For the first time in history,
right,
we got black women that hold the titles for Miss America, Miss USA, Miss Teen USA, and Miss Universe. Yes, all 4 black women, bro.
That's the first time in history. So what is that saying about the world? Is that saying that people are starting to realize that black is beautiful? Is that what's going on right now?
I mean, they don't have no choice.
So it's a fact. They can't run from it no more.
Yeah, you can't run from it no more. You don't have a choice now. So, I mean, you got so many people mimicking us nowadays. It's almost like, bro, y'all got to admit it.
Yeah.
In some way, shape, form, or fashion. And that just
that solidifies it. Said all these women on all these top pedestals is all black women.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up, man.
Yes, sir.
But see, now I like to stay on both sides of the narrative. I hate that word. So many people using that word. But what is that gonna do to the white girls that are losing now? What are that gonna do to the judges? Because like we saw with Serena, she killing everybody in tennis. They start making them new rules. Like, you can't do this, you can't wear this, you can't play like this, right? So now that all these black girls are winning all these pageants, what is this gonna do to the terms of the pageants? Like, what are they gonna do to try to, eliminate the edge and all that? Like, I'm sure they always do that.
I mean, I feel like either way, we're the underdog.
Right.
So we used to the fight anyway. So regardless of whatever obstacle that they throwing in the mix,
right, it don't matter.
It don't matter, bro. We gonna figure out how to, maneuver around that and get over that, because that's what we always been. Just like what they did, just to get to that position right there, it was plenty of obstacles that they had to go through to get to this, to become Miss Universe, Miss Teen USA, Miss USA, and that stuff. So yeah, man, like you said with Serena, they tried to throw some obstacles in there, but she's still who she is.
Exactly,
she's still a legend.
So that's just a part of us. If it don't matter what obstacles get in the way, we still gonna figure out a way to get through that.
If you a real fighter, you gonna figure out a way to get through that.
That's a fact.
But if you not, then you gonna quit, give up, and all of that. But no, that's really not too much in our blood, big bro. So yeah,
it just is what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, I understand. Now, we spoke about this a little bit off camera, and I saw it on Facebook yesterday. And it's something we got to get into.
What is that?
Now we from the land. We from out here. We understand how the politics work out here. And before we get into this conversation, let me preface it with this to all our Mexican brothers and sisters.
Before you get into that, right?
Okay.
Before you get into that, right? Because that sounds like we finna get into.
Yeah. Okay.
Did y'all see Harvey Weinstein's situation right now?
No, what happened with Harvey? What's going on with Harvey?
Okay, so they came to it. It says, I seen 2 different reports, but I saw one on ABC News. They came to a $47 million settlement with dozens of accusers, with dozens of women that, were sexually harassed or accused. He was allegedly sexually harassing them or rape or whatever the case may be. Out of that $47 million, $31 million are supposed to be distributed to all of those, to the victims.
Right.
And the rest of the money is actually, pays for his court fees, his court costs, and stuff like that. But the whole thing is, the money is not coming directly from his pocket.
So he's not. He still doesn't have to be accountable for what he did. Somebody else is paying for his debts.
No, not only is it not coming out of his pocket, he does not have to admit any wrdoing or anything in this lawsuit. This is a civil suit.
Come on, man. Now, how great is it what does it feel like to be a white man in this country, man? You can do whatever you want to do, and then when you get in trouble, somebody else will pay your debt.
Well, it's the insurance companies that backed up the Weinstein company that's paying.
Come on, man.
For that lawsuit, but he was on ankle monitor. He continued to violate the rules and the criteria.
So he violated. Now, what happened to us when we violate?
We go to jail. So what happened is now they raised his bail to $5 million. So he got the money. He gonna get right back out probably on the ankle monitor.
Come on, man. So he violated, and they say, okay, since you violated, we gonna raise the bail.
Yeah, but the criminal, he still has a criminal case with 2 women, with 2 accusers. I think one said that he raped her, and the other one, I guess he sexually assaulted her or something like that. But that don't start until January 2020. So there's still ways that he could still go to jail outside of this civil case that he had. But it was a civil case. He didn't have to admit any wrongdoing, nor is that money coming out of his pocket. So
how crazy is that, man?
Yeah.
That sounds ridiculous. And again, Cosby's in jail.
Yeah.
R.Kelly, and I'm not saying getting brothers to pass or nothing, but I'm saying everybody should be held accountable.
Right.
This man can do what he want to do. He don't gotta admit no guilt. He ain't gotta wear no ankle monitor.
Right.
And somebody else gonna pay his tab.
Well, did you see Cuba Gooding Jr. situation too?
And then now is what 7 women coming out saying he raped them.
Well, I'm not sure if it's rape per se, but it's some sexual assault in some type of way, shape, form, or fashion.
Now come on, now we got to get to the bottom of this sexual assault stuff.
Well,
man.
one thing I will say, I
and I don't want to be dismissive to the ladies.
No, look.
But come on, man, it seemed a little. Come on.
Look. There is a video of Cuba Gooding Jr.
Wow, and I saw it in the club. But see, wait a
minute. Well, he grabbed the girl ass and she turned around and wasn't having it. And he tried to play it off like it was an accident or like he didn't do it, bro. Oh, so that's not a good look for the man.
Not Cuba.
Cuba Gooding. I'm talking about Cuba Gooding Jr. with the JR on the end. Yes, sir. It was him, bro. I saw that. It's just a trip to see who they target, though.
Yeah.
That's my whole thing. You gotta, if you're gonna put a clamp on that, if the Me Too movement is for real and it's official, then y'all gotta go.
This video you talking about?
Yeah, that's the video right there, bro.
Let me see.
That's Cuba Gooding Jr. Yeah, he was in the club. They say he liked to drink and have fun. I don't know if that means.
It looks like the lady he's with, they have like a poly situation where they pick up women on the side. That's what it looked like.
Oh, so you saying it looks like he with the polygamy? Or how that could be his friend?
It looks like the chick he's with is into the other girls, and they go out and they pick up other women. That's what it looked like.
The polygamy. What's the difference?
Not polygamy. It's polyamory.
Oh, polyamory is just when you have sex and shit. You and your girl have sex with another girl.
It's more than just having sex. It's like a. That's a different show. We could bring some people on to talk about that. That's
understood.
That was a different part of my life.
Oh, this nigga wasn't nothing but a macaroni.
His team tells
That's
me
all
last
it is,
night
a polyamory.
is a fan that approached
Stop it.
and Claudine, and you see like another man walk up to them. In the video, it's up to interpretation. You do see Cuba Gooding Jr. reach over to the woman, but it's unclear whether or not he actually did grope her. Did he actually touch her breasts? This is what this woman is alleging. She then
this
called
not the one.
Shortly
No,
after this
it's
was around
another
10
video.
p.m.
He's actually in the club.
Yes. Yeah, he was in the club. That's the wrong video right there. He was in the club and he looked like he hit her on the booty and she turned around and hit the boy and he tried to play it off like, oh, you got something on your ass. Or that was an accident or something. You feel me? One of them type ordeals, Hey, who else? Somebody else was accused recently, and I know Oprah is producing. She's executive producer.
Man, we threw Oprah in the trash, and
oh shit!
How can I do this, man?
When you already said you tore in the trash. Man.
Hey, look, when Oprah jumped out the window, man, and produced that thing for Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah,
with them dudes on HBO. Yeah. She did the whole interview and all that. It's like, come on, man. Like, I understand ratings and how drama sells and it's clicks. I'm sure she made a lot of money off of that, but it's like how you just tarnish the legacy of Michael Jackson. How you just produce something like that?
Well, my whole thing is I'm sure Oprah knew that the same people she was, backing on, I don't know, interviewing or whatever, they lied on several occasions.
Truth is the truth.
You suing the estate years later after Michael Jackson died for $100 million, and then you turn around and say it's not about the money. And on top of that, one of those dudes was the same dudes that was dating Michael Jackson's niece for years.
Exactly. So the whole story was all convoluted. The fact that she even produced that, how she did.
They investigated Michael Jackson twice, bro, and couldn't find nothing.
The feds, not the Compton PD.
But I think what happened was Michael Jackson was, and it's sad to say, I think he got a little bit too, I don't know, he probably felt like he was untouchable as to why you feel like you can just hang out with children. I personally feel like he didn't touch those kids, but I feel like
it was weird though.
He thought, he thought he was untouchable as to where you can just have kids kicking and spend a night at your house.
That's a fact.
And that was kind of like somebody should have tapped him and been like, bro, wait a minute, hold on, what you doing?
Yeah.
You tripping, man. I know you didn't have the childhood or whatever you had going on, but
yeah,
you can't do this. But
yeah.
Michael Jackson was the big dog. Who was gonna tell Michael Jackson? No, Michael Jackson was the biggest thing in the world.
That's a fact.
He was Michael Jackson is the biggest thing that ever walked this planet outside of Jesus. Name somebody bigger.
Wow, that's heavy right there, man.
That's true.
Michael Jackson is undoubtedly the biggest entertainer ever.
Period.
There
be nobody bigger.
Most people say that Beyonce can rival Michael Jackson.
That's a false. That's a fairy tale. It's a lie.
Listen, Beyonce got numbers. She not on Michael Jackson level. I'm not gonna give her that. No, ain't nobody touching Michael Jackson. I'm gonna say that.
Did Beyonce went diamond on one album?
I believe Beyonce had went diamond.
Which album was
it? Let me check. Now I know Thriller went 5 times diamond. He sold like 52 like something crazy. I understand.
Listen,
I believe Beyonce's been diamond before though.
You can't compare streams to album sales, especially if you was getting the cut like Master P was getting.
Yeah, nobody probably never see that.
Come on, bro. These people are getting a penny or less than a penny per stream. Stop playing.
Yeah, well, I'm still looking to see if Beyonce went diamond. I'm sure she has went diamond before.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Beyonce is huge, but she never will be bigger than Michael Jackson. And I know it's a lot of people. Some people feel some type of way about Mike, but I just feel like when people come out and said you lied and they lied about it, and it's too much evidence that say these people lied, and some parents helped them, coerce the kids to lie to get a check. So yeah, it was a little too tricky.
Yeah.
Well, R.Kelly asked out too.
Absolutely.
It's a lot of sexual assault shit going on in the news. I don't know what the hell is going on with this.
People just nasty, man. They don't know how to control themselves.
Yeah, but why? It's weird. They getting him for why they got him now for the getting the lid of fake ID.
Exactly.
My whole thing is why y'all didn't get it then?
Because they didn't want him then. He was making hits then.
So you can have sex with a 15-year-old girl as long as you make hits.
Yeah, Elvis was doing it. A lot of them was having sex with young girls, making hits. You make hits, you can do whatever. If you a white man making hits, you can do whatever you want. You a white man making hit movies, you making hit records. Even you making hits in baseball. You a baseball player. You if you a white man in this country, man, power to you, man. It must be amazing because you can do whatever you want. You can go shoot up a school. They not gonna kill you. Like I said, you could be a police officer. You can rape people. You can steal money. You can do whatever.
Don't encourage these white niggas to go even more crazy than what they going, man.
I don't know if they can go any more crazier, but on the terms that we speaking race and things like that, I saw this. We gonna get into
Perfect
this, man.
segue.
Perfect segue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I saw this thing, and things are a little different. Now, again, before we get into this conversation, I'm gonna preface this with to my Mexican brothers and sisters, man. Growing up in LA, we don't have no Cubans, and
what's the deal?
We don't have no Dominicans. Yeah, straight up, we love y'all, man. Y'all like brothers. You know what I'm saying?
My Salvadorians and whatever else.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We live amongst.
Exactly, but like in New York, it's a lot more diverse. They have a lot more different. An array of Spanish culture, more Latinos,
your Puerto Ricans,
your Dominicans, and all that. We growing up in Compton, it was just you Mexicans. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And granted, you can still be from El Salvador, whatever the case is. So we're not trying to be insensitive to that. But growing up, we just said you Mexican,
right? Because we was uneducated to the fact that it was, there's a difference between the two. We just took it as Mexican because some of us didn't really identify the difference between the two.
Exactly. We just didn't know.
Yeah, but now that when you get educated, now there's a difference. So you don't address everybody as a Mexican or everybody is this, everybody is that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And growing up, there's no white folks. It's just blacks and Mexicans.
Yeah, ain't no white people at all for sure.
Nah.
You're gonna see the Asians, but the Asians probably gonna be selling your sister and your mama and your girlfriend some weaves and shit and some bullshit rice.
Exactly. They work in the plaza, you feel me? They work at the beauty salons. That's what we mix with them.
Yeah, but they like to come in the hood and dominate and get our business, but follow us around the goddamn store.
And we need to talk about that too, because we go to any of these liquor stores and all these businesses in our neighborhoods. It be these Asians that don't live in our neighborhood. You go in the parking lot, they got a bin somewhere in the parking lot.
Right.
And when they close, they pack up and they back out to the valley.
Yeah.
And they kids go to school in the valley. So it's like they come to our neighborhoods, take our resources, and they don't put nothing back into the neighborhood.
Right. And that's something we got to handle.
Absolutely. But the thing that I saw online yesterday was, it might be a little different in LA than it is around the country. But in LA, we grew up in really close quarters with our Mexican brothers and sisters. So a lot of times it causes us to butt heads.
Right.
A lot of times it's
perfect way to put it.
Yeah, it's issues with us dating
like
women.
Love-hate relationship.
Yeah, love and hate. We respect y'all culture. Y'all respect ours. We love y'all women.
But sometimes we bump heads.
Exactly.
And then it's all, yeah.
And y'all love our women such and such. And X, Y, and Z. The topic was, can Mexicans use the N-word? And we hear them using it, man, like, you know, we hear them using it like it is what it is. And some people say, well, you know, we all from the same thing. It's all good. But I want to ask you, bro, before we open it up, how does it make you feel? What's your thoughts on that? Because we all got Mexican homies. So, you know, how you feel about that? Can Mexicans say the N-word?
No, honestly, to be honest with you, bro, I don't like it when anybody outside of this black skin say it. You know, but I do see that there are some people that grew up within close quarters to where, with us, to where they adapt to they adapt to who they are, to who they around, and to who they hang around, and to who they grew up with. So you do have some people that's not just saying the N-word just because it's the thing to do.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
But this may be saying it because this is who they been around their whole life, or who they hung around their whole life. You know what I'm saying? My problem is with the word. It's not necessarily that you saying it, but is two things. If you wasn't saying it yesterday, why do you want to say it today?
That's a fact.
And what you mean by that? If you wasn't saying it yesterday, why you want to say it today?
Nowadays, everybody say the word.
Right.
Didn't grow up around this, didn't grow up around that, didn't do anything. They just want to say the word just to say the word, just because, I guess, quote unquote, is the thing to do, or because they always wanted to say it and couldn't say it, so now they can say it.
Yeah.
But that's my whole thing. Don't switch up, and you wasn't saying nigga when you was growing up.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you saying nigga now?
Yeah. You wasn't saying it in high school. When you was around a bunch of niggas.
When you was around a bunch of niggas, you wasn't saying nigga then.
That's a fact.
Why are you saying nigga today?
Yeah. Because it's like you hear it, because when they're in
there
groups,
is no authenticity into that.
Exactly.
And some people don't understand how dumb they sound saying the word.
Exactly.
Peace of love.
Your accent and this word don't even
it don't even mix.
You sound stupid.
It don't mix. No, so
I look at it as you must want to be black or something.
Exactly.
But hold on, let me finish. But my second issue is not necessarily that you saying it, but if somebody checks you on it, don't just understand why they don't want you to say it, as opposed to going against what they saying. And my other friends let me say it. What that?
It don't matter.
At the end of the day, you not this, so you gotta respect it.
Don't double down. If I check you, if we out and you saying the word nigga and it make me feel some type of way and I check you about it, don't double down on it.
Just respect it.
Just respect it.
Respect it. Understand I got you. And
but
then we cool.
Exactly. But you would get a situation where, hey, a lot of times with me,
right,
I'll be out.
Right.
And I'll be amongst other black people.
Yeah.
And you will hear the Mexicans go, nigga. And I'm like, nobody else hear this? Don't nobody else feel like this?
But a lot of people, some people, because I guess like this, bro, at the end of the day, realistically, how many people really just willing to go to jail for somebody saying a word?
And nobody, and that's why it'll make me say, you know what? How I'm gonna press these people if ain't no other black people in here saying nothing?
They not gonna say nothing.
I'm gonna look crazy. They gonna look at me like, what's wrong with him?
They gonna ride against you.
Exactly.
And that's one of the issues. I feel like, but that's a whole nother topic
thing
right there.
And I learned with that when I was in school, when I went to DC.
Yeah.
I didn't say nigga nothing. Because I was really going through this transition thing, right? So when I was dealing with women, you know how people just be joking, cordial. Oh, that's my nigga. Well, I wouldn't let women call me nigga at all.
Right.
And it was
Soul
some
brother
chicks.
number 9.
You couldn't do it. You can't call, and it was respectable. People wouldn't call me that. Women wouldn't call me that, right? But
Huey P. Emmett.
It was a switch. To check this out though. And this is a good transition too. It was a situation with a young lady. She was from New York.
Right.
She was from the Bronx. Mm-hmm. She was a Puerto Rican.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we didn't grow up with Puerto Ricans and things like that, so they real spicy. They look good and all that, but they look like our Mexicans, but they act like black women. They speak like black. You know what I'm saying? They don't even speak Spanish. They just got that little twang, whatever. So when I told her, "Hey, you gotta watch your mouth. You can't talk to me like that.
Right.
She doubled down. Like, nigga, what you mean? I'm woo woo. So it caused a confrontation, right? So we often hear about Afro Latinas and the Latinas and Cardi B and Fat Joe and all of that, and we love these people. Fat Joe is
Fat Joe.
Yeah,
Shout
for
out
sure.
Fat Joe. Yeah.
But when Fat Joe say nigga, we don't necessarily, you know what I'm saying?
Because I feel like Fat Joe is really one of them ones that really come from it. Like,
but even that girl could have been telling the truth too. I'm from the Bronx.
I'm gonna say
from there.
this all I'm gonna say about this. How I feel.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a difference between a Mexican and a Puerto Rican, right?
Right. They from two different.
So you do have those Puerto Ricans that embrace the African heritage.
Right. They Afro Latinas and all of that.
Right. I don't have if you embrace it and
it's
you
cool.
saying this is what it is.
Exactly.
I don't got no problem.
Exactly. But so many people, many of them don't want to be a part of it.
Don't diss it, and then that's my thing.
So many of them don't want to say, "Oh yeah, I'm black, I'm mixed." They want to no, I'm this, I'm Latino.
But then want to adapt, but didn't want to say the word
exactly,
and then get mad when we check you. That's my whole problem.
Exactly.
And don't just say. I feel like some people should just admit, like, you know what, man, I love y'all culture. Or I love y'all. This is why I say it. This is why I do it.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can understand that, as opposed to you want to battle me and, you know, when I'm trying to educate you on what this word really means, because there's a lot of them that don't even understand what the word means.
Exactly, where it come from or nothing.
Exactly. They just know they heard it in the song.
Exactly.
And this is this, or they heard their neighbor said, they heard their homie say, whoever they was growing up with, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
You feel me? But it's all about, some people need to be educated on it too.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's a little too late. I'm not going to go around
it's
battling everybody
exactly.
over the word. You know,
because you be battling all day, and then people be looking at you like you crazy. Like, why are you tripping?
This is true.
Yeah,
exactly.
This is a little video, man, that put together. I want you guys to listen to this. We're gonna come back with some more feedback. It's about the Afro Latinas and just you know, Latinos. Can they use an N word or not? Like. And if you guys are out there in the comments, let us know what you think. Like I said, we all got Mexican homies. We just trying to get to the bottom of it. We don't want no misunderstanding.
I ain't speaking on all Mexicans. I'm speaking on the ones that got an issue with blacks.
Yeah.
That's who I'm speaking on. That's who I'm speaking at.
Oh, you speaking on the ones that just...
That's who I'm really got an issue with.
If you got an issue with us, why are you still using the word?
You listen, homie. This how I feel. I would see, bro. I would grow up seeing Mexicans having an issue with us, but you got Jordans on your feet.
That don't make sense.
That's the shit that was killing me.
That's a fact.
That's what I'm saying.
How you don't like black folks and you wearing Jordans?
And that be my whole thing. You feel what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a fact. Okay.
And you might have a fucking Emmitt Smith jersey on, no cap. Like
exactly.
this is what I grew up seeing, bro. Yeah. And I couldn't. That shit was like confusing to me. No, I was like, come on, man. That's real disrespectful.
It's as bad. It's like somebody at a Klan rally in Jordans. Like, bro, you hate black people, but you got on Michael Jordan.
He got on some He got on some bread 11 with a whole sheet on his head with holes poked in the eyes.
Tripping.
Looking like a bullshit ghost.
But it's like, look,
identify as
we'll get back into
Black
it. Check
American, African American, Jamaican American, but black for the most part.
Dominican American, and I identify as an Afro Latina.
I identify as Afro Latina. I identify as Mexican.
I refer to myself as a Black Tina.
I am Ham Hocks and Black Eyed Peas Black. I am Ashy Elbows Black.
I was white for most of my life until I came to the United States and I found out I'm diverse.
Chinese and Puerto Rican, I identify, I guess you would say Afro-Latina.
Can Latinos use the N-word? Hell no.
In my eyes, Latinos are black people too. And in that right, Latinos should be able to use the N-word.
I've never used the word.
I can't. I've never been oppressed by that word.
If you are a person who've never been called the N-word in a negative way, or you've never been in a situation where you fear being called the N-word in a negative way, then I don't think that you can really reclaim a word that you've never been oppressed by.
I don't use it with everybody. I don't use it with Joanna. I don't use it with anyone here at Flama. I don't use it with most Latinos, period, or most people, period. it's usually just my niggas, like close friends that I know that we understand the term within our own circle to be whatever definition we decided on.
It just never felt right for me, but I don't think I can tell anyone they can't say it, especially if that's how they grew up.
I am not bothered by a Latino person using the word. We come from the same place, and we experience discrimination sometimes in the same way.
I do not use it. I do not think that it should be used, but I'm saying perhaps there is a past, this sort of past, because they have a bit of a shared experience.
Growing up, the Latin community and the Black community were close together and listened to the same music. They all listened to hip hop, and hip hop is known to use the N-word more. And I feel that because they were both in the same communities, they saw each other as having a shared experience of being a minority and facing racism. So I think that the Latinos kind of adopted that word as their own too.
Latin America is so big, it's so different.
We're all so mixed that it's to put like Latin people, it's like, well, what kind of Latin people?
Like, there's people that can say, the people that come from African descent.
I usually tend to only use it around those people that I know who have African ancestry. Like, I wouldn't use it towards like a white Latino.
If anyone tries to use it as, okay, I'm gonna appropriate this word and I'm gonna say this word because you're my friend and we're buddies and this is a secret thing between you and me, and then you feel the tension, you can feel this is not working.
The word in modern day life is all in context. It's like the word fuck. It means everything, it means nothing. It's an adjective, it's a noun, it's something that can be used, it just depends on the context.
It's all about context and what type of context they're using it in. If it's Donald Trump calling me that from the top of a podium,
hell to the no, brother.
But if it's my homie on my block, he's being friendly, it's a term of endearment. The meaning almost changes completely.
I hate to admit that like a certain...
Who changed? Like, who decided to change what the word mean? Did we change it?
No, they changing it to so they can feel comfortable using it. But you can't change the context of.
But did we change it from using it so much in the music? Did we change the meaning because we use it against each other or use it towards each other so much?
We
and
have
didn't
to
realize we was changing.
Exactly. We have to take responsibility as to why the whole world is using it, because our rappers put it in the music. And you go to the concert, there be a million white folks.
I mean, I'm part of the reason too. I called everybody. You know, I use the word.
I mean, we both. It's a part of how we grew up. It's not right. You know, we need to distance ourselves from it. And like I said, I went through a period where I cleansed myself. But it's like,
you did a nigga cleanse.
I did a nigga cleanse.
You cleansed yourself.
And I cleansed myself for the nigga. You know what I'm saying? And then I got back home, and then the nigga just jumped back in me.
This nigga got tainted all over again. This nigga is here.
Man, but see, I understand the context of the word, and it's. I feel like you don't use that word everywhere. You got to know where you at and who you around, and you got the weight of that word is powerful. And for these folks to not be of our descent, our diaspora, anything. And they on there talking about, oh yeah, we just changed the context and the meaning of the word. You know, oh, if I'm with my niggas, I can say, like, come on, man, what?
But see, I don't know what his nationality is. But you know, I trip out when you say, if you ever said nigga in a room full of professional white people, why do they get uncomfortable? Because they can't use because they can't use the word, or what? Why
because do they were saying it before you walked in?
Is it what is that?
Man, we didn't make that up. They made that up.
Hey, but I
feel like when we say it around them, they know the weight of the word, and they know what time it is, and it's like a taboo thing. Like, I don't know what it's like inside of white culture. Like, I would like to know, like, what happens, like when they get off of work and they go home to their families. Like, we grew up with Mexicans, so we understand we're close to that culture. Like, we got a lot of similarities, a lot of differences, but we can understand their culture. But white folks, we don't have nothing in common with them like that. So, like, what? I would just like to know what type of conversation do they have at their dinner table, or what happens when they kids come home and they get home from school. What are they watching on TV, and what happens when they see black folks on TV? Is it like, babe, come look at this mockery, or is it truly entertaining? Is it a joke? Is it look at these niggas?
They probably doing the same shit we do.
They probably love it, enjoy it, right? I don't know though.
Nigga, I sit back and look at TV. If it's some corny ass white shit, I'm clowning. If it's some cool white shit, I'm fucking with it. So yeah, they probably at the house talking they shit the same way. That's why.
But what about those white folks that don't interact with black folks?
Then they ain't even watching black TV. They don't even want to see black people on television. If you just hate us that much, then why is it a conversation about us? You shouldn't even be watching no shit that got us on the screen if you don't like us that much.
Exactly.
Don't turn on the NFL. Don't turn on the NBA.
But they'll never say that.
Well,
it's like
motherfuckers better turn on NHL. These niggas, you can't see no color.
It was crazy. It was somebody who was kneeling.
Got shit on their face.
Somebody was kneeling in football. He was kneeling at the beginning of the game, getting booed terribly. The crowd tearing him up, all the way tearing him up, right? And he was actually the guy who caught the touchdown pass to win the game. Yeah. So he went from being booed for standing up for something to all these same people cheering him on. Like, I love this nigga right now because he just won he scored a touchdown. Yeah. It's like they'll clap for us if we're on the court.
We entertainers to them. We just entertainment, bro.
But to get back on topic, man, we talked about Mexicans using the N-word. Now another big topic. A lot of these suckers.
My whole thing is this. Hold on, let me say something real quick.
Okay, yeah.
Some people, I hear a lot of blacks say we the same, like Mexicans we the same. That's why they can use the same word. They can use the word. Have you ever took the time to ask a Mexican, are they the same as black people?
Fuck no, they'll never say that. We the same. And we so welcoming and forgiving.
Now, did we grow up in some of the same environments? Yeah. Did we grew up next to each other? Yeah. But the struggle of that word, that comes from a total different place than what what blacks and Mexicans go through today. Now maybe if motherfuckers want to start a whole new word and just us blacks and Mexicans to say it, and then everybody else say it, we can bust their ass. But this nigga shit, this ain't got nothing to do with nobody else but this color of the skin, which is where it come from. Yep. You feel me? But I will say it is a difference too when a white person say it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's levels to this shit.
Yeah, it sting a little different, so it sound a little different.
Yeah. I ain't even gonna. Yeah, what you was saying about suckers.
But so we talk about just using the general word, but if we take it a step further, like we said, sometimes we'll bump heads because of the women. A lot of brothers like the Latino women. Mm-hmm. They like us, and then vice versa. The Mexican brothers like they like the sisters and things like that. Uh-huh. And it's been said, man, if you go out to the club and you in public, and I've had this happen, you see a group of Latinas, even if they feeling you, if it's other Mexican dudes in the club, they not gonna give you no rhythm. At least it's happened to me. If it's a lot of Mexicans in the club, they not gonna betray their race to talk to you in public like that, because it's like it's gonna be uncomfortable. And I've had somebody tell me, hey, it's cool, but we can't really do that because we gonna look bad in front of our people.
Well, yeah, I mean, because all of them are not with the
all of them ain't with the
interracial
absolutely
dating. And I'm gonna play devil's advocate, but it's like that on both sides.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
So everybody now, I will say, I don't know how. I mean, I don't really see too many people outside of our nationality hollering at black girls, so I don't know how a black girl responds to a white man or a Mexican man trying to holler at her in a room full of blacks. I don't know. She probably like, I want to talk to her. I want to talk to her. Ain't no telling.
She got her ass out.
Or that might be her, but you got another type of black girl that might not want to, she might be a little more conservative and might not. I'm cool. I don't. But I really don't know. I can't really say on that. But one thing I will say is, just because you know her, the daughter like you, and y'all cool and y'all dating and y'all,
that don't mean the family gonna like you.
That don't mean the family gonna accept you. Mm-hmm. So just understand that.
Yes, it's all my brothers that got that messing with the Mexican women and they got babies with them, and I'm sure they've experienced that for sure.
Right.
But saying Santana, a lot of these suckers, they get on. And they don't date black women. Mm-hmm. They only date these. My boy called it racially ambiguous. They date these Afro Latinas or these super light skinned women and all that. They don't go for the sisters. So it makes the Latino women feel like black men prefer them more than we prefer our own, and it causes them to say things like that.
Well, you speaking on. Well, because Joe Budden dated her.
Yeah, exactly.
But I thought Joe Budden had some type of Hispanic descent too.
I mean, he could.
That's what I thought years ago. I might be wrong though.
I think Joe Budden just from Jersey. I don't think he knows. He might be. I don't know. He could be.
Yeah.
But Sin Santana, it's been a number of Latina women that's come out. Camila Cabello, she had a statement that said she'd rather be something than a black changa. This is before she really blew up. Talking about black girls, and they look like black gorillas, and like that means black monkey in Spanish. But let's hear what Sin Santana had to say about black women and why she offended some black women. Check this out. And we could avoid this if these suckers wouldn't go out and put these women on these pedestals. Like, I'm not saying like who you want to like, but don't discredit sisters.
Right, just
for
don't
these,
down
for these,
talk nobody.
Yeah,
that's my whole thing. If you can date who you want to date, I'm not gonna tell nobody that, oh, you can't like this person or you can't like that person. But what I will say is, don't disrespect the black women, fool, because that's what you're doing. Don't dare disrespect that, because now you giving them the upper hand over the black women, over your mama, over your sister.
Exactly.
Stop playing,
and you pumping them up to be able to say stuff like this.
Exactly.
So here we go. Just check out what she had to say.
I think what happened was I poorly articulated myself and I irresponsibly repeated something that I heard. That I heard my entire life. I'm a little nervous because that's okay.
She heard that in her entire life.
But this was a tough moment for me in my life.
But hold on, and this goes back to, we say we the same, but if you go on the other side and ask them, are we the same? They ain't gonna say that. They not gonna say we the same.
Right.
I feel like I poorly articulated myself and I irresponsibly repeated something that I heard throughout my teenage years, which was, you know, the whole like, oh, black men love Spanish women or Latinas, you know?
Okay.
So she said black men love Spanish women or Latinas.
Man, I'm not gonna cap black men.
We love women.
Anything.
Yeah, like but
Period.
It's not that we have it's almost like she said that we have a preference. We don't have a preference over, I can speak for myself. Like, I don't have a preference. Nothing ranks higher than a black woman. Period. And once we get to the level we trying to get to, I feel like you got a responsibility to these brothers coming behind you and all these little black boys that's in the hood with these black women. Because I talk to middle school teachers, they say none of the black boys would date the little black girls now. They all dating the Spanish girls, because all the rappers they see, once the rappers get popping, anytime they go out, they got a little light-skinned girl on their arm or a Spanish girl on their arm. So it's like that's spilling over into our kids. So what's that going to say? You have a daughter with a woman that's your complexion. And when she grow up, she don't feel like she pretty because of the boys looking at the rappers and they only want to date the little Mexican girls?
Well, the cycle continues. What's new?
It's been that, you saying it's been that way?
What's new?
Light skin been popping.
Whether it started with the light skinned men, now it's flipped. But I can't even recall when the chocolate women was ever in style, period.
You talking about like mainstream, everybody talking about this. I understand.
This is correct.
Everybody got their own preference, but you talking about the light skin always been in style is what you saying. That's always light skin, curly hair thing, always.
Listen, until you start looking at, if you look at some of the old hood videos, if you go look at Juvenile back that ass up and all that, yeah, it's real black girls in them videos.
Yeah.
But for the most part, that's what it's always been. It was never cool to be a dark man on TV at one point. Now you know, I'm a chocolate type, you know what I'm saying? Now we just objects and shit. Now every girl, oh, I always like this, yeah, but your baby daddy light skin. What the hell is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Now we the wave right now.
Yeah.
Now the dark skinned women are not, they never got they just do. But everybody want to do what the black woman do. These niggas want a black girl body, black girl lips, black girl this, black girl that, but
That's
don't
fact.
want
black skin.
But right.
Yeah.
That's fact.
They going under the needle to get fake asses and everything. They getting the whole black girl starter kit. And then what's crazy, what's validating them is these stupid brothers that's running behind them and just being suckers. A white girl can go get the black girl starter kit. Mexican girl get the black girl starter kit. Come out here, and all these rappers falling over them.
Hey black women, y'all might as well start selling the black girl starter kit.
That's it, man. We should package that up.
Like, what's the other girl name? Is it Bad Baby that got
exactly? She was talking about the cornrows.
Right, she got the cornrows in her head. This is my whole thing. So people was comparing the cornrows white girls getting cornrows to black girls getting their hair blonde with blonde extensions, right?
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
This is and this is black people posting this saying, why do black girls get mad when white girls do this, but black girls will put a blonde weave in their head? My whole thing is, I never knew a color was identified to one specific race.
I feel you saying.
I never knew blonde was just for white girls only. I never knew that. You feel what I'm saying? There is nobody else on this planet that's born with blonde hair. But we do know where them braids come from.
That's a fact. This is what Bad Baby said. She said, to all the black females that are saying my hair ain't meant to be in black braids, guess the fuck what? Y'all hair ain't meant to be straight, but y'all glue whole wigs to y'all heads and sew in Brazilian, Indian, Peruvian hair, which is nothing like your natural hair texture at all. And I don't say a goddamn thing, neither do none of the other cultures that you get your hair from. And on top of that,
hell no, because they getting money off of it, they selling it.
Wow. And on top of that, and on top of the people who ever made fun or said anything about girls with black braids or any type of braids, I completely agree that I would be out of line in cultural appropriation if I was trashing black girls for wearing braids. I'm getting them, but I'm not the situation at all. So leave me the fuck alone, or I'm gonna start getting real disrespectful. Boy,
she finna get disrespectful.
Hey, you know what? She kind of pulled that card though.
Listen,
because it's like I said, we shouldn't be walking around with the man.
I'll tell you this much: she could be wrong, she could be right, whatever the case may be. If some black girls beat her ass, I'm not stopping them.
You're not gonna say that.
No,
she
ain't got shit to do. No, stop. Just, see, that's my whole thing. You finna get disrespectful in what way? You finna show us how white you really are.
Exactly. You finna show us how you really feel.
But you wanna act black. That's my thing.
You finna show us how you really feel. That's what she meant.
If you really, really was for real with this shit, you would have said, I got my hair like this because I like it. I like the culture. The shit, I thought the shit was hot. When I see Woot Rocket, it was hot, so I fuck with it.
That's a fact.
The same way, if niggas say something about, because niggas be dressing, we got the whole European style going on.
Yeah.
Shit, this shit niggas might just feel it look hard.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to be, just say that as opposed to doing what you doing. And
you saying that's the double down.
Yeah, you already been disrespectful.
Exactly. So don't double down. Just okay, you got that. But you saying, but braids can't be considered because the Kardashians started. They start wearing the Bo Derek braids.
Didn't start shit.
No, I'm saying the white girl wave of wearing braids. They start putting the braids in their hair. Then the black girls outraged. The Kardashians shouldn't be wearing them, and they was calling them Bo Derek braids and all this bullshit.
I don't feel like no woman should not be wearing them. I just feel like give props where props is due.
Give props what they do.
That'd be stupid to say, oh, you can't wear it. You this hairstyle, you only want this for black people.
Exactly.
If the shit is hot, the shit is hot. Somebody gonna like it.
Yeah.
That's like making a hot song and only saying only want black people to listen to it. No, the shit just tight.
Yeah.
Some people just, and we got that much influence. You feel me? Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, don't try to take nothing and take it as your own. Know where it came from. Remember where it come from. Understand where it come from, and give props to where it come from.
That makes sense.
Period. Don't try to change no name. You don't have the authority to change the name, the game, nothing about this shit.
Yeah.
Period. Point blank. It's like Lord Jamar would say, y'all guessed in some of these houses and some of this shit. Some of this shit we create. This our house. Y'all guessing it. You can't tell us how to operate it. We ain't gonna do that when we come to your house.
That's it. But that goes back to that thing where black folks saying, oh, we all the same. If you go to anybody else, they not gonna say that. And we gotta start operating. We gotta stop operating like that. We ain't all the same.
I agree with you. I don't feel like we all the same, but I do feel like we can all come together on one accord. Just because we not the same don't mean we can't get along.
True.
That's the uniqueness of us. We wasn't made this. We wasn't born the same. Everybody's different. You feel me? Everybody got different cultures. Everybody got good things about their culture that you can take and adapt and use.
Mm-hmm.
Which is which is why it's good for everybody not to be the same.
Exactly.
Because you can learn and take and grow and this is cool. This is cool. But you got to do it in a respectful manner.
Exactly. That's why it's important for us to be educated on everybody's culture.
Right.
Because if we understand their history, we can understand. Okay, we can respect their culture. Like
I think people don't admit, like we live amongst, like especially in LA, we live amongst the Mexican community tough. I fuck with my Mexicans heavy, but we don't communicate enough when it comes to trying to understand each other's culture anyway.
Yeah.
There is no communication when it comes to that.
Not understanding nothing.
So we don't understand each other, and that's where the problem comes from.
Yeah.
It could be as simple as, look, bro, this is why I feel about you saying a nigga. This is what that word mean to me. You feel me?
Exactly.
And
then
if
we
he's
can get
solid,
out,
if he 100, he'd be like, you know what, I feel you. Yeah. This word mean like this, in the same way he might say some or feel when he might have, so we can listen and understand.
Yeah.
And then we can come together on one accord, but
Yeah. Because we all the frustration, we probably can have a group sit down with the Mexicans,
right?
And we can all get it out, and we can all be good. Because we feel like Mexicans can't drive sometimes, and whatever the frustrations are, we can come on the same accord, and we can be like, hey, when you at the stoplight, you do it like boom, and then they might feel like something else, so we could just hash it all out, and we be good. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying having a conversation so we can get it all out. That's it.
That's one of your frustrations you got? That you need to bring to the table?
I would like to bring that to the table. Like, damn. Because like I said, these are our brothers and sisters, man. But sometimes it's like, what's going on? Like
I guess, I don't know, bro.
Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm the only one that drive with,
I guess.
It's all good, though. You feel me?
I don't feel like it's that much beef between the two to where we can't fix shit.
Oh no, it ain't no much. It ain't that much beef, and I think we both have enough respect for each other. Even if we don't communicate, we know, okay, they cut from a solid cloth.
Right.
We know
that's all it
fact.
is.
Yeah.
Just gotta communicate. That's what it is. Exactly. Real shit.
That's it. That's all, man. Well,
this nigga's in that.
You got anything else, man?
Oh no, man. That's all I got for today.
I think that's it, man. Let us know what you feel about that, man. Can our Mexican brothers to just say the N word?
Or how about those? What about the interracial couple, or the white woman, the Mexican woman, any other race that has a baby by the black man that feel like she could adopt a word? Cause she got black kids, so she feel like she could say it. My whole thing is, you not that.
You should, you not you.
Just because you have sex with a black man and create a black baby.
I got something else. Let me ask you this. This is something that came up for all the brothers that got mixed kids, right? Mm-hmm. Now we understand that if you got a drop of black in you, you black. Mm-hmm. The world gonna see you as black.
One drop rule.
You black. Period.
Okay.
And we understand the importance of raising your kid to understand their heritage and their own culture, and not to be ashamed of that. Mm-hmm. Let's say you have a baby by a woman who's of Mexican descent, or maybe she's mixed. Mm-hmm. As you raising your kid up, you got to go through insurance and things like that. Check them in the school. Let's say she checked your kid in the school, and instead of marking the box that your kid is black, she always marked other. So your kid grow up not necessarily attached to their culture. They know they black, but they mama's telling them, well, you other. Like you not this. You something else. Is that a problem, or is that just regular?
Other don't mean you not this or you not that. Other means is there a box that you can check that say I'm mixed with this and mixed with that?
Maybe you can check two boxes, I guess.
Well, you got to understand, bro, just the same way we want our child to know their black heritage, they want their kid to know their side too.
They Mexican, that Spanish side.
Yeah, so
I feel that.
You got to respect it. It's almost like, my baby is black, but my baby is also this, or my baby is black, but my baby is also that too.
I feel you.
So it's on both sides to make sure that their child has that.
Balance.
That balance.
Yeah.
And both parents got to be on the same accord to where they know, okay, we got to give the child a balance. You feel me? Mm-hmm. I would want my kid to know Spanish, and I would want my kid to know this about the black culture. So
yeah. I feel you. As long as it's balanced, it's all good.
Yeah, if I had a child that was like that, my child gonna be speaking Spanish with a black power fist on. You
That's
feel
true. Hell yeah.
You gotta know both. You have to know. I just feel like you gotta know who you are and where you come from. Mm-hmm. And a lot of us black people, we don't know that.
Yeah.
We lost our culture a long time ago, so we don't even understand certain things when it comes to people being attached to their own culture.
That's why we get so wrapped up in gangbanging, because we don't know where we from. and so many people, you gotta have something to believe in.
To believe in and attach to and shit like that.
And that's
So,
why people just live and die for that shit, man.
Yeah, this is correct, bro.
That's a fact.
Well, hey, it's been real, man. Peace and Love Podcast, man. We back in here tomorrow. Again, it's Image. You can follow me at EMCGEEE.
Come on, man. You know where to follow me at, bro. The producer number 4.
Man, you got anything positive to leave the people with today?
Oh, yeah, man. Love yourself. Regardless of what the world say about you, regardless of what the world say about your color, your skin tone, your sexuality, your size, race, nationality, religion. Love yourself. Just that.
That's it. Love yourself, man. That's it. I like that. All right. Well, y'all take it easy, man. We out of here. See y'all tomorrow. Peace and Love Podcast.
In my bed, it's so damn hot in here. I got your message read. They tell like that. Just wanna be your friend and go downtown in the evening. Sharing secrets, I promise I'll stay inside my
Peace and love. Peace and love podcast. Peace and love podcast. Peace and love podcast. Peace and love podcast. Peace and love.